All right, Matt Lundy, the man out front with Charles Davis Jr. Ty Mahako, Andy Reinbold, your front two rows. Green flags in there. It's time to let USAC Southwest Series sprint cars. 30 laps the distance here tonight. As they work their way up on turn number 2, will be Charles Davis Jr. leading the field with Matt Lundy in second. Andy Reinbold trying to take over that second spot, though, using the top side to get around Matt Lundy. You got R.J. Johnson on Reinbold entry in the looked underneath Matt Lundy that last lap. Will be Charles Davis Jr. leading lap number 1. So it's going to be Charles Davis Jr. Now, excuse me, that was R.J. Johnson, the man taking over that second spot, getting those two cars mixed up. It's Johnson with the white numbers, Reinbold with the blue numbers. So Johnson is in second, followed by Ty Mahako, Matt Lundy in fourth. Andy Reinbold rounds out your top 5. Let's see Dennis Giles starting to work the top side of the racetrack. See if he can't work his way around the 19S of Andy Reinbold. So top 3 drivers, they've broken away. Andy Reinbold right now being scored in that 4th spot. Has some challenging coming on from him on the bottom side of the racetrack. And the 74 machine of Colton Hardy. Colton Hardy at 74. Hot Rod started this race back in the 12th position. Here's right now running in the top 5. And behind Colton Hardy, you see Dennis Guile, Matt Lundy go side by side. Lundy on the top side. Guile up underneath him. Actually, it's That's Zach Madrid back there in the mix, as well as Madrid and Dennis Guile. They exchange a couple of blows. Dennis Guile's going to move it to the inside, or take the position away from Zach Madrid. Moves down the inside, now trying to work his way under the 98 machine of Matt Lundy. Out front, no change. Still Charles Davis Jr. showing the way, but R.J. Johnson is closing in on charge, and Charles Davis Jr., the 5-time USAC Southwest Series champion, about 4 car lengths behind him as they come off of turn number 4. Lap traffic in the way off of turn 4. That is Tyler Most. So Tyler Most needs to get out of the way of the race leaders out there. Still using that top line. That's going to slow up Davis just a little bit. Allow R.J. Johnson close the gap by 1 car length now. Davis looks down underneath Tyler Most. He'll clear him. R.J. Johnson going to do the same. R.J. Johnson putting the pressure on Davis now as they race past the start-finish line into turn number 1. Still Davis showing the way out front with Johnson in second. That orange Massey Motorsports machine of Davis. Very familiar seeing those two drivers do battle out here at Arizona Speedway as a couple cars make contact right in front of your race leader. Rick Schumann got into the back of Brett Yarnell in the 29. Davis and Johnson will both clear the 25, hazing the 29 of Schumann and Yarnell. Yarnell looking to bring his car off the racetrack. He will do so down the back straightaway as R.J. Johnson drives down the inside of Davis. Davis, though, with a strong run off of turn number 4, going to have the race lead now by about 3 car lengths as they exit off of turn number 2. Behind them in third, it's still Ty Mahako, Andy Reinbold in fourth. Colton Hardy still right in your top 5. Then it's Matt Lundy in that 6th spot, but not for long as Dennis Guile, he just sneaked by him off of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. So move Dennis Guile up to the 6th position. Lundy back to 7th as Mike Martin leading the Catfish train on the bottom side of the racetrack. Him, Zach Madrid, and Michael Curtis want to work their way around the 98 machine of Matt Lundy. Martin will try to clear Lundy off of turn number 2 this time by. They will go side by side, little drag race action between Lundy and Martin. Lundy up on the top side, Martin down low. Martin will clear the 98 machine of Lundy. Race leaders coming off turn number 4. It's still Charles Davis Jr. showing the way. Going to get past Asa Kesterson. Put Kesterson 1 lap down as he works his way off of turn number 2. Has about a 5 car length advantage over R.J. Johnson. Now has Asa Kesterson in there as a lap car. A little bit of a cushion for Davis, but not for long. Johnson will clear Asa off of turn 4. Ty Mahako still in that 3rd spot. Those 3 drivers have a full straightaway lead over Andy Reinbold and Colton Hardy. Hardy, very impressive here tonight. Shedding the wing here, running his first non-wing race in quite some time. Right now in that 5th spot, trying to work his way underneath the 19S of Reinbold as they come off at turn number 4. Reinbold has that position, but the 74 of Hardy he wants as he goes down the inside in turn number 1. Off of turn number 2, give the position to Colton Hardy. So Colton Hardy moves into the 4th place position over Andy Reinbold. Still no change out front, except Davis has gone down to the bottom side of the racetrack, got away from the cushion there, and turns 1 and 2. Let's see what he does. Turns 3 and 4, going to do the exact same thing. So Charles Davis Jr. going to catfish around the bottom side of the racetrack with the race lead. R.J. Johnson still assaulting the top side. Now it's going to be R.J. Johnson peeking down low, see if he can't find some moisture down there. Going to pull up side by side with Davis for a brief moment. Davis, though, slams the door on him down the back stretch. Entering turn number 3, Davis will get past the lap car. R.J. Johnson going to do the same, moving Tyler Most 2 laps down. And one car up and over off of turn number 2. Red flag will fly. Sterling Kling right in front of your race leaders.
Who was that?
And the 34, Sterling Kling, bikes it. Got 4 in the fluff. Caught the wall in turn number 2. You should see the tire marks there. He is out of the car, race fans. He is okay. But his night is done, so red flag is in the air. So Ty Mahako only lost 1 spot in that exchange. Davis is still the man out front, has a 4-car length advantage over R.J. Johnson. Another 6 back to Colton Hardy as Mahako bikes it going into turn number 1. Saves the car off of turn number 2. Doesn't lose a position. Reinbold close right up to his tail tank, but it's still Ty Mahako hanging on to that 4th position. So Ty Mahako doing everything he can to work his way around the lap car of Austin Cool. Biked it going into 1 that last lap. Still hangs on to that 4th spot over Reinbold, who is in 5th. Mike Martin, Dennis Guile trying to work their way around the 18 machine of Asa Kesterson. See if they can't work their way into the top 5. Out front, still no change. Charles Davis Jr., R.J. Johnson catfishing around the bottom side of the racetrack. That is the preferred line for the top 3 drivers as we run. Now just 7 laps to go here in tonight's 30-lap main event. Davis the man out front, R.J. Johnson in 2nd with Hardy in 3rd. Ty Mahako once again trying to clear the lap car of Austin Cool. Trying to use the top side of the racetrack, but that top side looks like it has gone away here in tonight's 30-lap USAC sprint car main event. Davis puts Tyler Most another lap down, so Tyler Most 3 laps down. Now R.J. Johnson will clear Most down the back straightaway. So he has anything for your race leader, Charles Davis Jr. And Ty Mahako once again bikes it going into turn number 3. This time might lose that spot to Reinbold. No, he hangs on. So Ty Mahako again with the bike going into turn number 3, hanging on that 4th spot. Reinbold is in the 5th position as Mike Martin still having issues working his way around the 18 machine of Asa Kesterson. Laps continue to wind down here in tonight's USAC main event. Davis the man out front, R.J. Johnson in 2nd. They have about a full straightaway length advantage over the 74 machine of Colton Hardy. That's the 2 lap cars. Tyler Most, Austin Cool, Ty Mahako, Andy Reinbold running 4th and 5th on the racetrack. As Mike Martin right now trying to get up underneath the 18 machine of Asa Kesterson. Still can't do anything with him. Kesterson is being shown the move over flag. Still hasn't moved over there. As looks like Mike Martin, Dennis Guile might be getting a little irritated with the 18 car of Kesterson. 2 laps left in tonight's main event as the white flag now will fly for Charles Davis Jr. White flag in there. He's trying to clear the 25 machine of Rick Schumann. Looks like Schumann's going to slow it Davis for a brief moment here. Couldn't make this a race. Down the back straightaway. Davis and R.J. Johnson run through turns 3 and 4. One a final time. It will be Charles Davis Jr. hanging on the race lead. Charles Davis Jr. wins tonight's 30-lap main event over R.J. Johnson. Colton Hardy rounds out your podium. Charles, you look like you were worn out, brother.
You know, it's hot out here. These guys did an awesome job at the racetrack. I was just cruising around the top there early and started getting troubles past the lap cars. I was like, I better get to the bottom. I've screwed this up before. So started trying to watch around the racetrack a little bit more and try to pay attention to what was going on, and got to the bottom there just in time and got to thank my whole crew. You know, we just got back from back east. All these guys worked their ass off all the time. Steve, my wife, Kathy, Tad, Jim's here taking pictures. And we got... I don't know where Tom's at right now. There he is. Tom's out there too. Everybody just works their ass off on the car, and you know, we just got back on Tuesday and get this thing turned around to go again, and got to thank all of them, thank all my sponsors, MPE, BG Oil, Comrade New Control, RSS, Race Cars. Whew, I'm worn out.
Yeah, definitely worn out. You're going to enjoy that Coors Light here tonight, right?
For sure. They always have a cold one ready for me, and it must have taken too long because this one got a little bit warm, but it is hot outside, so it's time for a drink more beer.
Hey, mountains are still kind of blue, right?
Still a little bit blue. I got to thank all the fans for coming out here, and thanks to the track crew. That track was really awesome there tonight, and did a great job with the heat that we've got and everything. These guys did a great job.
All right, Charles Davis Jr., your main event winner here tonight for the USAC Southwest Sprint Car Series. Congratulate him one more time back in victory lane here at Arizona Speedway. Right. Well, RJ, you weren't scheduled to be here this weekend. Come out with a second. Definitely has to feel good, and it's your testament to this team. I mean, you've been putting together some impressive runs here with Rival, and like Davis just got back from the East Coast as well.
Yeah, we all just got back from running the sprint car side of Midget Week back there. That shows what it did for us, man. We were hauling ass up there up on the top. It was fun. Switch to the bottom there. It changed the game, I think, for both Charles and I. We didn't quite know what to expect when it went down there, but he got down there, made it work. I tried to make one last run there using Rick Schumann there as a pick. It just didn't work. Charles did a great job. Congrats to them guys. They deserve it.
Yeah, definitely had some, had your moments there to pass Davis. And, Sterling Kling right in front of you guys there, come off a turn number 2. That had to be a scary sight to see.
I don't know about anybody else, but I was puckering because he was coming down the racetrack, and I thought he was going to get me. Everybody else was lifting, and I was like, I can't. I got to go because it was like a dog chasing the newspaper guy. It was like, oh, he's coming. I got to go.
Hey, second place run here tonight, once again, in the Reinbold equipment. Didn't quite make it to Knoxville tonight, but hey, definitely looking forward to see what you can do here the rest of the USAC CRA season.
Yeah, I got to thank Todd and Andy, Jocelyn, and Tammy. They let me run this thing really for the last month, it seems like. They've been great to me. I can't thank them enough. My dad helped tonight, my wife, just everybody back in the pits. We got Todd down there gimping around, my cousin, and old Eddie down here. We got him out of the house to come play with us, so it was a lot of fun.
All right, R.J. Johnson, tonight's second place finisher, rounding out the podium here tonight. Stevie Sussex, he called it earlier before he raced, said it's going to be fun watching Colton Hardy take the wing off the car and get back out with these non-wing boys. And, man, you look like you belong out there.
I wouldn't say I belong out here, but congrats to Charles and R.J. for running in front of me. They just got so much experience. I just couldn't keep hitting the bottom as good as them. But, it was good team effort. We haven't ran non-wing since Vegas in the beginning of the year. And to come out here, go 12th to 3rd, it's pretty good to hang our heads on. And we'll look forward to running some more non-wing stuff, get kind of dialed in for Western World, and then run whatever we can on the wing side.
All right. Well, you going to be back out here in a few weeks for the ASCS show?
No, I actually won't be here. We'll be over in California and, just doing our things. We won't really run for points this year, so we'll come out after that and just run whenever we want.
All right, we'll definitely be keeping tabs on you. Colton Hardy finishes 3rd here tonight.